So I know it's not cold outside at all, but soup is always good, right? Of course, it's better when it's cold, but today we're going to do a chicken enchilada soup. So enchiladas, get them in the Mexican restaurant, but we will get it in the form of a soup. Just no tortilla mixed in here, although you could get like some Fritos and put this on top as you serve it. So in the pot right now, already got the chicken broth going. I like doing reduced sodium chicken broth so that if there's different people eating this and they want different levels of salt, well, you already got some salt in there, but they can grind some salt themselves and add a little more salt flavor to it. Otherwise, this is really just a very simple recipe of just throwing things into the pot. It's really going to be good in your slow cooker, by the way. So recipe-wise, here's what we have going on. I have a can of pinto beans. It's divided up in just a cups here. It's how I had to transport it to work. A can of black beans. By the way, drain the pinto beans, drain the black beans. Those are seasoned black beans. And then a can of corn. That, too, is also drained. A can of Rotel. I've got the Walmart brand here. That's all right. Works the same. Can of Rotel. You're not going to drain that. And then a can of the Old El Paso green enchilada sauce. On the other side of things, recipe-wise, I have chicken. About 3 cups of chicken here, maybe 2 closer to, but 2 or 3 cups is fine. And if you have watched my cooking sessions in the past, you know I like to use chicken breast. Well, I didn't. I actually liked, on this one, I thought chicken thighs, boneless chicken thighs, would be a little bit better because they're a little more flavorful. We're going to have onion in there, so I chopped up a white onion. And there was some cheese, and we'll throw some more cheese in there later. But I'm also going to do a whole packet there of ranch seasoning, just for some more saltiness, a little more flavor, and some cumin, and a little bit there of your chili powder. So once you have your chicken broth in your container here, and I did a whole 4 cups worth of chicken broth, all you're going to do now is just start adding stuff in. So, you know, it doesn't matter what you put in first, just start throwing everything in. So there is the corn. That is drained again. Here are the black beans. Those 2 have also been drained, but they are seasoned black beans. And I've got the pinto beans also. Yes, those were drained too, just in case you missed what was drained and what was not. And another cup there of pinto beans, which is going to be a whole cup of pinto beans, by the way, or a whole can, I should say. Now we're going to add in our sauces here to our green enchilada sauce. We're going to put that in there, because again, this is chicken enchilada soup, so you got to have your enchilada sauce. And for a little bit of heat, but get those tomatoes and those chilies in there. There is that can of Rotel dip. Now we're going to throw in these onions and everything else. So again, this is more of just, you're going to spend more time prepping. In fact, if you don't want to do what I'm doing here, what you could do is just throw it all there into your slow cooker, right? So there are the chicken thighs. Those are the boneless chicken thighs. I boiled those this morning just so they'd be easier to start shredding apart. And then we're going to throw in some cheese here. This is some shredded cheddar cheese. That will kind of help thicken things up. And we'll use more cheese here in a second, but I won't put it on in my pot here. That I've got some pepper jack cheese over here. I'm going to freshly grate the pepper jack cheese and put that on top just for presentation purposes. And of course, it will thicken up, or begin to melt, I should say. But nonetheless, we're going to put on there just so it's presented nice. And there is about 2 tablespoons worth of chili powder and about 2 tablespoons worth there of cumin. And again, here is that whole packet there of that ranch seasoning. So as you can see, this really does make a lot. For your creaminess, you could go like a block of cream cheese if you wanted to, but what I've done here is I got a container. This is 8 ounces worth of cream cheese, and I'm going to use the entire container and put that in there. That's all you have to do. Now what you're going to do is just stir everything up. And I would suggest, by the way, letting that cream cheese maybe sit out for a while, because you see how easily it begins to blend here into the dish versus kind of letting it have to not thaw out, but, you know, get a little bit warmer, then start to make the soup a little bit creamy. So that's all you have to do to really put this together for your chicken enchilada soup. But again, if it's something you could really throw into your crock pot, your slow cooker, and then just throw it in there, turn it on the first thing there in the morning, and when you come home from work or what it may be, you've got yourself there some chicken enchilada soup. So this is going to continue to warm up. I'm going to get it up to a good simmer, and then I'm going to take my grater with my pepper jack cheese and start to grate that, and we'll put a little bit of that on the top. So here in just a second, once this gets a little bit warmer, we will serve it up and hand it on over to Ron to try out the chicken enchilada soup right after the break.